Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome! And I'm back here at Scania in Sweden, in Södertälje, the home of Scania. So I decided to come back to do their museum. So I'll be doing a complete walkthrough with Robert. He's waiting inside and he'll be going down through all the different exhibits and just talking about the history of Scania as a company and the whole merge between Scania and Vabis and how that all happened. So I'll be meeting Robert shortly. Now you'll see there behind me, I've got a very nice S730. Bila Keyring done the paintwork on this. So yeah, they've painted an awful lot of trucks for Scania, but the paintwork is just fantastic on this. And there it is, the Scania Headquarters over there, the big building. That's where the CEO is, inside in that building. But yeah, 16,500 people working here and 3,500 people in research and development alone. But yeah, we need to go inside and check out the museum. Let's go. Okay, I'm now joined by Robert Bengtsson. He's going to take us on a full tour of the Scania Museum. Now, Robert is the museum technician, so he knows all about the exhibits here. And Robert, where are we going to start? Will we start with the train carriage?
Yeah, we start with the train carriage, because in Scania Vabis, so the Vabis is the oldest part of the company. And we started to make railway carriages. And this is one of those carriages who was one of the first ones we made. And it's for person transport. And we made also for goods. So we take a little spin inside it, won't we?
Fantastic work, Robert, done on this. Wait until you see inside this carriage.
So this is for the common people. You know, if you sit down here and make your fantasy spin-off, you can just imagine all the pigs and hens and everything who was running around here in the old days.
Yes. And Robert, what year are we going back to here in the train carriage?
This one train carriage is made 1899, I think. Yeah, I think it is that.
So Robert, this is long before the merger between Scania and Vabis.
Yep, that came on later in years. It's 1911 that we merged with Scania in Malmö. Right. And if we should take that history, so we merged with Scania in 1911 because of the international threat on the trucking market, so to speak, and the person cars. And we went on to make the heavy trucks down in Malmö up until 1925, when everything moved up to Södertälje and we closed the factory down there. Yeah. And then everything was made up here. So before that, the person cars and the light trucks was made in Södertälje, and the railway carriages stopped around 1915. Yeah, that's the big picture of that history, so to speak. But we go on, and we can look inside the class 2.
Let's just have one quick look.
Yep.
At third class here. But Robert, how long did it take to do all the work on this train carriage? It's fantastic. I mean, it's just incredible, the detail, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's made out of a lot of drawings and pictures. We had a lot of pictures how it should look inside.
Yeah.
So, and I think the renovation of these carriages took 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I usually, when I have shown the class 3 and the class 2, I usually chose the class 1, and it's here.
This is first class?
Yeah.
What? The toilet?
But it looks like first class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But first class in the railway carriages, that was the whole carriages was like this class 2.
Right.
It was no QPs, you know.
So will we climb out of the back?
Yeah,
Robert?
we climb out of the back.
Yeah. I think, Robert, just before we show them that car, I just want to show them this bicycle.
Yep. This is the first brand of Scania.
Yeah.
And in the middle was the Griffin.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Griffin comes from Malmö's own weapon, as you call it, armor. Sorry, armor is called, and that was a big Griffin on the flag. So,
Right.
yeah. But now we go and see about our first person car.
But Robert, is there any particular reason why the two companies merged?
They merged to get more development capacity, so their own person cars shouldn't be as expensive as they were.
Yeah.
But this one is our first series produced car. We made 5 of them.
Only 5?
Yeah, 5 of them we made 1903. And this particular one was sold to a pharmacist in Stockholm who had it for several years. And he had it to transport medicine in his box on the back side of the truck.
Yeah.
But when he got home in Fridays, he took the box off and put the seat on the back.
All right.
So he had his own family car.
Right.
So he had that for the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this particular car we have brought to participate in the London Brighton Rally
Oh, very good.
for 2 or 3 times, I think.
All right.
So, yeah.
So only 5 of these in existence.
No, only 1 in existence.
What?
Only 5 produced.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a piece of history
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't really realize that Scania did actually build cars.
No.
And,
One of the funniest part of this car is if we just look on over my left shoulder,
yeah.
there we have our last produced car,
Okay.
1929.
1929.
Yeah. We made 2 of those.
Yeah.
They were just used in the factory and in the headquarters for the directors to drive around in. Now we're going to talk about what
Yes.
Stavros is most interested in.
No, the cars. It's great to see the history of the cars.
Yeah.
But Robert, we're just looking at 4 engines here.
Yep.
So we're going to go down to the first ever V8 engine
Built.
built by Scania.
Yeah.
So Robert, it all goes back to 1916.
1916
Yeah.
we made our first V8 engine, and it was produced just to manage the big war. So this one is made to go on alcohol that we could get ourselves in this country.
And this
So-
was running on petrol.
This one is running on petrol, and it's just 110 horsepower then, but if we run it in alcohol, it's 140 horsepower.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and it was produced to put in boats and in railway carriages,
Yeah.
because it's too heavy to get in a truck of those days.
Yeah.
The weight of it is like a modern V8.
Yes.
So it's 1,500 kilograms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's what these engines weigh, is it? This one here?
It's 15.
Yeah, so then we move on to 1969.
Yeah.
It's the first V8 fitted to a truck, Scania truck.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a little bit lighter, but not much.
Yeah.
So
But that's quite a difference, isn't it? 1916 and 1969.
Yeah. The big difference, it took so long time to develop a new V8 because the chassis didn't manage the weight of that one because
yes,
it's
yeah.
too heavy.
Yeah.
And when we came up to 1969, we got much more stability in our chassis, so we could use a V8 again.
Mm-hmm.
And when that one came, everyone was talking about, what the hell are you going to, why do you do a V8? It's 100 horsepower more than everyone else.
Yeah.
And couldn't imagine why we should need 350 horsepower. But look today,
I know.
we have 730 today.
Yes.
So, of course, we need it.
And then, Robert, we move on to the year 2000.
Yeah. The year 2000, we came out with our 16-liter engine.
This one's 14 litre.
Yeah, that's 14 liters. And then we came with the new V8, 16 liter, just to meet the demands of the exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and over at 2016, we came with the new platform for even better exhaust measurement. Yeah. And if we look at these engines, so they look very nice, but we can't produce them for customers because this is just for exhibition.
Yeah, so if you're looking at this, guys, you can't order this. This is just a show engine here, but it does look fantastic. If you were to tilt your cab now and show people this, this would be very impressive. But Robert, we do have a top of the range S730 there.
Yeah.
Done in the 1969 decals.
Yeah.
Just to represent 50 years of the Scania V8.
Yeah. And this one is just designed here in Södertälje, everything of it.
Yeah.
The decals and everything. So, and if you look upon it, it is top of the line, everything of it. It's painted chassis, everything, and this is what we can deliver right out of the factory today.
Now the air suspension is dropped, in case you're wondering why it's sitting a bit low, and it's on 70 profile tires.
Yeah.
But I really like the chassis, Robert. The way the tanks are all painted black. Look.
Yeah.
Some people don't realize that you can order this from the factory.
Yeah.
So you can order this all painted.
Yep.
I think it looks very well. So rather than having sub-grey, you can have this black finish.
You can have it in which color you want.
Yeah. So Robert, we're going to move off from the 730 because there is people sitting inside and I don't want to disturb them.
No.
So we will leave them inside the truck. Hopefully they'll end up buying one, Robert.
Yeah, I hope so.
So we will then move on. Okay, Robert, we're going to have a quick look around the bus here. Brand new Scania Bus. What can you tell us about this?
Well, this is one of our new hybrid buses, and this is one who have an inductive charging. So it's a big plate who lowering down to the tarmac to charge. Yeah. So if you charge it for 7 minutes, you can drive it on only electrical for 10 kilometers. This one is a test bus, so the system are tested so we can go just whole electrical instead.
Yeah. So Robert, you're able to drive this over a platform on the ground, is it? And it just charges inductively? Yeah,
it's a platform in the ground, and you just lowering a big steel plate down to just inductive charging.
And how many minutes does it take?
It's 7 minutes.
7 minutes, wow.
And on that charge you can drive for 10 kilometers.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
So that is the Scania Bus. Now we're going to move over to my left. We've got a P280. So this is the 7-litre engine.
Yeah, this is the new 7-litre engine, and the engine is very little and compact.
Yeah, so Robert, like Scania are doing 4 engines, 7, 9, 13 and 16-litre engines.
Yes.
Yes.
So.
And we have this R series as well.
Yep. Stavros, here you see the R500, as you saw at the Scania Drivers Competition that you were and visited in a demo center that is like 2 kilometers from here, where we gave away a brand new truck. And we have to see when we're going to have the next competition, maybe in 2 or 3 years. It's up to the management to decide, so we have to see what it is. Well, over at my left you see the the big R580, the XT. It's our toughest truck we have, and it's just for mining and construction work. And you see the big strong bumper, that is just for protection for everything underneath it, so you can use it for all the tough work that it is made for. And I see you go around to check upon our wheels, and that are aluminium wheels for the weight, and the very tough tires for with big threads on them. It's for all the heavy loads it's going to manage.
Very nice exhaust stack out the back there as well.
It's just to get the exhaust down from underneath the truck.
Okay, so Robert, I showed the viewers this before, but I just want you to show them again the way that the Scania badge has evolved over the years. So we go all the way back to 1901.
So there is the badge who came out of the Malmö factory, and then when they joined ventures, it came out like 1911 there, Scania Vabis, and 1954 it went like that. And then we had a little discussion with the Mercedes. They wanted us not to have the star shaped, so we did just the Griffin first, and then just the word Scania for a while. And then when we got Saab involved in our business, it became Saab Scania, and then you see for yourself how it's made from 1995.
So Saab Scania was back to 1984.
Then when we bought Saab.
And there we have
that's the main factory gate at Malmö factory. So, and that's the first person cars, that one. And we have another cycle here with
back to 1904, this bicycle.
It is.
So Robert, we are going to continue walking down here.
We go and see upon our old V8 vehicles that we have. And
so we got a V8 bus here as well.
A V8 bus. We made one, and it was very popular here in the northern countries where we have all the mountains, and it was also very popular down in the Alps because they needed all that power to go around. And then we have one of the last T-cab we ever made. It's from 2005, and this one is a little bit show equipped. So we have a little show color on it. It's black metallic, and it's not a Scania color from the beginning. So
the T580.
This was the big rig for 2005. So we have everything inside it. It's the top line. It's microwave oven, and it's all that features in that one.
But Robert, is there any talk of Scania ever doing a T-cab again?
Now we are talking about something I can't talk about, because then I have to kill you. No, I don't know anything about that. So because that's just secrets up on our development center. So and
we have the old 140.
The old 140. This one has been driven 2,900,000 kilometers with the same engine.
2.9 million kilometers.
And the same guy was driving it for 2,600,000 kilometers.
Wow.
And we have calculated that amount of time. So he spent over 30,000 hours in that cabin.
Wow. And Robert, did you strip down the engine to see what way the engine was?
We have restored it. After, because it was worn out. So I'm sorry to say, but after 2,900,000 kilometers, why Why
And
should
Robert, when did they start putting super on the trucks?
The Super came 1962 when we got the turbo,
Okay.
the supercharge. It's meant the supercharge.
All right, that's where it originates
And
from.
we
Okay.
stopped putting the super on them when we only had turbo engines.
Okay.
So
All right, okay.
over here we have a 141. It's from 1977. It has been driven in Italy, in Sicily, Italy. And if you notice, is the steering wheel is on the wrong side.
Well, it's the correct side where I come
No,
from.
it's the yeah. And since Italy they drive on the same side of the road as we do, and why should they have the steering wheel at the wrong side? I can tell you, it's because in Sicily it's a lot of mountains and so on, and a lot of serpentine roads. So they wanted to sit so they could see the big steeps.
Oh, yes.
And when they went the other way, so they could see the mountain wall.
Yeah.
So that was why they did it like that.
A lot of Canadians, if they're watching, have been commentating, you know, like wondering, is the new generation Scania going to come to Canada or even America? But nobody can tell me at Scania, yes, no, if it is or if it's never going to come. Nobody can give me any information just yet.
No.
But yeah, we've got a nice model there. And look, more model trucks over here as well. Look. And we even have Pollock here.
Yeah.
That's from Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
But Robert, that was a very nice tour
Yep.
of the museum. Thank you very much for having me around.
Yeah. And it's nice to have you here, but now you are going to meet one of my colleagues, Raul, and so we see if you come back someday, so we can have a nice little chat again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm now joined by Raul Fernandez outside the headquarters of Scania here in Sweden. So this is where it all happens, at the Scania factory. So Raul, what can you tell us about the history of the building here? When was it built? And where is the CEO's office?
Well, welcome guys. Well, we've been here for quite some time. It's from 1891. And the head office, right behind me here, this is where our CEO, Henrik Henriksson, and his team is located. Mind you, on the first floor.
Yeah,
we like
Henrik's
to
on the
keep
first
them
floor.
on the ground. Yeah, we like to keep them close.
Yeah, so Henrik's office is right over there.
Yes, he and his team of
Yeah.
managers is located there.
So Raul, how come Henrik is on the first floor and not on the top floor? Is there a reason?
It was actually the architects in the 1960s when we inaugurated this building to the 75th anniversary, 1966, and already then they were progressive when it came to that. They want to have the management close to the ground, so it's actually not that new. So he's just one in the line that has been close to the ground here.
And Raul, I see as well you have the new 540 horsepower R series there. So this is a new 13-litre engine in the range.
Yeah, we usually park our newest stuff here, or special things that we've just done recently. And this is, as you said, the 13-litre 540 engine.
And Raul, if I just spin around here as well, the Research and Development Centre is way up on this hill.
Yeah, you can see far away there,
Yeah, so
beyond the lake here.
Those pylons up there.
Exactly.
That's where 3,500 people are working
On the next generation.
in research and development. So
Yeah.
Raul, I've no idea, like how many years ahead are they working? Would it be 10 years ahead or?
Well, maybe I won't be alive by then, but
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
no, I think they have to be very progressive. But it's very interesting times happening now with all the changes into electrification and hybridization and so on. So I think they're fairly busy watching into the future. And the original reason why the factory was located here in 1891 was because the first Swedish railroad came from Stockholm going southward, bending over here, and there was a station just opposite to that rock. and it had 6 tracks in front of it. Now there's no trace of the rails anymore, but the station manager's house managed to stay.
That's the original station manager's
exactly. So then that was from 1860 and onwards, and I think it was 1947 it was torn down. Then it was an automobile garage. So now it's a crossing just for normal traffic, no rails. The rails were moved to the other side of the factory.
Yeah. So Raoul, that's great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And that's where I'm going to wrap it up today from Scania Headquarters here in Södertälje in Sweden. Really enjoyed my time here today, just learning about the history of the company, how it all started, but yeah, I had a great time. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll chat to you all again next weekend for another video. So until then, take care and thanks for watching. Cheers! But I'm in the very nice Audi e-tron that Henrik is being driven around in, but I can't say who's sitting beside me. Okay. This was painted by Bila Karin. I can never pronounce it properly.